Welcome. We're going to take a look at who you're going to marry. I set out these oracle cards for you. Go ahead and pick whichever one resonates with you. You can pick by the colors, the image, the timestamp, related to the pile. There's a number in each corner. We will get more into those. You can choose by the message. After you choose, we will go ahead and we will get into the meaning of each card because each of them has a meaning and a self-love ritual. The self-love ritual, I'm intending it to be a ritual that'll help bring you closer to the timing of meeting the person you're going to marry. So we'll look at that. We're also going to pull some We're going to pull some tarot to see where you will be in your life. We're going to pull from another deck to see their traits. And then we'll pull from a third deck to see the overall love story from your perspective. There will be a card specifically that represents your perspective and then how the story unfolds to you. Okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at these oracle cards. So the first pile, we have card number 4 with breath, the rhythm of, oh, that's a spicy card. The rhythm of my breath directs the rhythm of my life. All right, it's card number 4. For pile number 2, we have card number 5 with clarity. I welcome clear vision and inspired action. It's also related with the eagle spirit if eagles are a thing for you. Pile number 3, we have card number 32 with, I believe this one is called Shed, I believe. I shed habits that hinder my truth. I release and renew. So again, take a moment, whether it be the timestamp number, the number of the card, the colors, the message, or if you simply need to just meditate on it, drop into your body and see what feels right for you. And go ahead and click on over when you're ready, and we'll see you there. Hi, pile 1. So if you picked card number 4, the rhythm of my life directs the rhythm of my life, then this might be very well for you. This was the spicy card, so I decided to just put a piece of carnelian over it, just to help not get me banned. Yeah, that would suck to get banned this early in the game. So your card, I actually opened right to it, breath. So I'm just going to read from the book super quick. Breath is a sacred thread that runs through us all. Each and every one of us needs to breathe to be alive. It enhances our awareness, allows us to shape our perspective, and enlivens our presence moment to moment. Slow down and deepen your breath. If you listen closely, your breath has a rhythm. If you feel closely, your breath has a pattern. Your breath responds to mood, emotion, movement, and energy. The simple act of breathing can be incredibly healing when practiced mindfully. Your breath may change when you are tense or soft, resting or dancing, making love or feeling angry. Breath is present through it all. A deeper, more rhythmic breath will bring more centered awareness into your entire being. As you cultivate a practice of healthy breathing, the world around you and within you will respond to this shift. Now, as I was reading that, I was feeling kind of this urge to rush through it. Okay. So you very well, I'm also stumbling over my words more than normal. So you very well may be someone who needs to learn to slow down. You also might be someone who has been noticing the need to connect to your breath more and control your emotions more, or maybe you have anxiety that you're working on. Working on any one of those things will help get you on closer to the timeline that will get you to the person you were meant to be with, right? And the ritual here is the practice of pranic breathing. Now, definitely go ahead and go find videos on YouTube talking about what pranic breathing is so they can give you a more in-depth look at that practice. But the basic idea is to breathe in for a certain number of counts, You start by breathing in for 4 counts. You breathe out for 4. And then as you get more comfortable with that, you're going to breathe in for 4, then breathe out for 5. Okay? And you're going to basically have the exhale increased by 1 count, and you just sit with yourself for a period of time every day. You practice the breathing, and as you need to, as you get better with it, you increase both counts by 1. And the idea is to be able to take something like this practice, and bring it with you throughout your daily life and be in a place where, you get upset, you can just breathe. You feel anxious, you can just breathe. Something is happening right here, right now that needs your attention, but you're getting into emotions, you just breathe. Okay? Another thing that I thought about when I was reading this is, and this goes along with the idea of anxiety, especially those of you who might have trauma in your background or see PTSD, is the vagus nervous system. The vagus nervous system, and getting better control of that and learning what's called square breathing. Okay? That's something that I watched one video on, so I'm not going to go into that, but I invite you to go ahead and do some research on that. Okay? So that's the self-care act that you need to be working on at this moment. Let's go ahead and look at the oracle cards and find out where you will be in life when you meet the person you were meant to marry. Okay? All right. We're also going to move this since it has the little carnelian on it. This deck feels very large for my hands. It's been a very long time since I felt that, so you might be in a place right now where you feel a little overwhelmed, or like you're maybe entering a job that you're wondering if you can fill the shoes, or something large might be happening in your life right now. Or you feel like you have your hands full simply. Okay. All right, Spirit, where will pile 1 be in their life when they meet their person? Where will pile 1 be in their life when they meet their person? Okay. Where will pile 1 be in their life when they... All right, where did you go? Where will pile 1 be in their life when they meet their person? Okay. Oh, that's good at least. We like that card. Where will pile 1 be in their life? Okay. We'll take those together since they came out practically together. Oh, okay. Alrighty. This deck wants to talk. Thank you, Spirit. These cards are so big too, and like I feel like it's difficult to get all of them into the view. All right, actually, let me just, that might be better. Okay. So pile 1, I feel like where you're going to be in your life, So if we're taking the Chariot here as the present energy, and this actually might have a lot to do with some of that trauma, you feeling like you need to get a hold of your breathing again. I feel like you are currently reeling from some kind of past breakup right now, is what I'm feeling here. Because we have the Chariot, and normally this is a card of forward movement. However, it's pointing directly to the Star in reverse and the Knight of Water in reverse over here. You potentially might currently be dealing with thoughts of rumination, or just going over a heartbreak in your head, feeling very personal about it. Okay, and it's difficult to go through a breakup and not feel that way when we go through a breakup. Okay, um, I also noticed that we have the Chariot's card number 7, the Stars card number 17. We have the 7 of Water over here. 2 Knights, a Page, and we have card number 13. We'll get to that though. Sevens may be very relevant for you. Um, you might be at an age that ends or starts with a 7, like 27, 37, um, 47. You might be 71. Um, all kinds of people watch these videos, so you could be closer to that age. So don't get freaked out. Like, someone watching this could be closer to their 70s, right? Um, but yeah, I'm looking at how, like, not just from your view, but from where I'm sitting, where I can see the cards much better. This Knight of Water looks very far away. Okay, so I feel like this was a breakup in your far past. Okay, and you're still really healing from it. It hurts you a lot, and I feel like, because we have the Star in the reverse, the Star is about positivity, optimism, feeling good about ourselves, being on the right path, happiness, confidence. And if you got the Breath card, I'm feeling like you are in a place where you recognize the need to heal, or you're beginning that healing journey, but you might need a little bit of guidance. Okay, I don't feel like you're in the middle of it still. I feel like you're recognizing where this is putting a big pause or stop on your life. This heartbreak, this I feel like it's not really the heartbreak as much as it's the effect it had on you. Okay. That's what I'm feeling. Like, it's not even the heartbreak anymore. It's now just the effect it had on you. It's now just your feelings towards yourself. And you're looking at these and you're knowing you need to change these things because they're not serving you, right? And I mean, ultimately, that's one of the large lessons that we have to take from relationships, are they romantic relationships, friendships that break apart, familial relationships that aren't as close as we want them to be. The important thing is to take what lessons we can from them, but not internalize it, not take it as there's something wrong with us. Also, if we can, not demonize the other person. But that's a video for a different day. I could go all day about that subject. Okay. So, and I feel like, let's see here. So, you're in this place where you're recognizing the need to heal from past stuff. When you will be on the right path and you'll know that you're on the right path. We have the Death card here with release, and we have the Knight of Air in the up hand when release is reversed. So, and with this deck is a little different. This deck, it actually specifically states that reversals are not to be taken as opposite meaning. It's meant to be taken as you're coming out of an energy, right? So you will know that you're getting closer when you're in a place where you're coming to the end of your personal transformation, because that's normally what happens, right? When we go through a healing journey, the person that we are at the end of the healing journey is quite different from the person that we were at the beginning. Okay? So you'll be coming towards the end of the healing journey, you know, really feeling like you're in a better place, you're happier. Um, and the Knight of Air, you're gonna be embodying this Knight of Air energy, okay? And the Knight of Air is decisive. They have forward movement. Air, or swords for that matter, is considered the fastest moving suit. So you will find yourself in a place where you are someone who you are decisive, um, quick-witted, having your energy back to go forth and just do things, not have to think too hard about it. Okay? Feeling like your creativity maybe even has returned to you. Feeling like you enjoy life more. Okay, like I'm feeling this sort of like this burst of energy come up. And that's the person you will rediscover within yourself, right? And then when the person finally comes towards you, Seven of Water with the Page of Water. This is a really good energy to be in when you're dating, when you meet new people. The Page of Water, it is a page energy, but it's the Page of Cups. So there's a playfulness towards love, maybe even rediscovering a playful aspect of your own feminine energy. I'm getting that pretty strongly. Um, and yeah, just learning between the two of these, you're learning to really enjoy life again. You're more, this is, these two energies are social energies. There's a playfulness here. And with the Seven of Cups, this is someone who you're potentially dating a lot at this point. You're potentially dating a lot. You're allowing yourself to have options. You're allowing yourself to try on several different people. And I'm going to take this moment to say that that is never a bad thing. It is never, you know, if you're being honest and upfront with the people you are dating, it is perfectly fine to date multiple people, to do it in such a way that makes you feel happy, you know, whether that be going out all the time, whether that be staying in more for your dates, um, being as physical with your dates as you are comfortable being. Like that does not, if you want to make everybody audition, like that doesn't say anything bad about you. Okay, as long as you are again honest, being safe about it, and you're not doing it in such a way that you are trying to fill a hole. That part is really important, I feel like, because that's the thing that a lot of people don't talk about. They talk about the being honest, they talk about being safe, they don't so much talk about making sure you're not filling a hole, okay? But yeah, you're probably going to be dating a lot of people, you're going to be in a more playful, open energy, maybe even discovering a love of art. Maybe you'll be in a slightly creative energy, like, but doing art, like, for the sake of just doing it kind of thing, okay? So that's where you're going to be in your life when you meet the person you are supposed to marry. So let's go ahead and get into this other deck to see if we can get some traits about this person. I am leaving this open for Spirit to give physical traits, personality traits, maybe some well, actually I'm using a deck that specifically has zodiac signs on it. To see if any signs stick out or repeat. But yeah, so we're looking for physical traits, personality traits, zodiac stuff about your person, so that you'll have a better time identifying who this person is. All right, Spirit, can we get some cards about the detailing the person that Pile 1 is meant to marry? Some cards detailing the person Pile 1 is meant to... Okay, thank you. This came out together. Some cards detailing the person pile one's meant to marry. Okay, those came out, but not. So these came out like the touching still when they landed. These weren't, so I'm going to take them separately. Cards detailing the person you were supposed to marry. Okay. Can we get one more spirit? Cards detailing the person. Pile one. Whoa, boy. We'll only take the one that flew out. All right. Huh. So one of the things I immediately thought about when I saw the Four of Wands in reverse come out with the Six of Pentacles. This is definitely going to be a person who is reciprocal, who wants to treat you like an equal and be treated as an equal in return. I also got that this is maybe a more shy person with the Four of Wands in the reverse. Maybe they're more shy, maybe they're more reserved. Potentially not big on PDA, that also came through. I have a Queen of Swords energy. That's the only gendered energy I really have. So this person maybe is a female or a masculine with a lot of feminine energy, potentially. What else do we have here? I feel like I have a lot of light colored hair here. So maybe this person has light colored hair. For some of you, for those of you who were older, on the older spectrum of this pile, maybe this person's beginning to have gray come in. I feel like I see a lot of pinks and purples. So maybe this person favors those colors, or maybe you'll be wearing those colors, or they like those colors on you. There's also a lot of purple on this card, too. Interesting. Let's see here. We have Aries energy, Taurus energy, Libra, Leo energy, Gemini energy, and Pisces energy. And some of those are slightly more reserved signs. What else do we have here? No particular suit is really repeating. We have two swords cards, so this is possibly a very... Actually, with the idea of them maybe being a more shy person and this Queen of Swords energy, this could be someone who's a little hard on themselves, perhaps. That might be something they struggle with. We have the number 11 here with the Strength card. They could be someone who actually, like, despite being shy, despite being more reserved, or even being hard on themselves, they actually... Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. They actually have a lot of inner strength. I just saw that we have the Virgo sign on this card too. So that energy perhaps. Yeah, I feel like we have a little bit more earth and air energy than we do the other ones. Oh, well, Aries and Leo are both fire. So probably not a water sign, though that's not necessarily true. They just might not be someone who's on the more emotional side, essentially. I feel like too, like this person might have long hair because the queen here has long hair, the Six of Pentacles has long hair, this fairy has long hair. The lion is well known for their big, beautiful mane, and even here, the giant whale figure has long hair. This Pegasus has a mane on them, so they probably have long hair, or at the very least, lush, beautiful hair. The clouds here and the clouds around here are also kind of sticking out to me. This might be someone who prefers to daydream, maybe. Yeah, those are the some of the major things coming out about their physical traits, personality traits, and potential zodiac signs. Also with the card number 11, their age might be a double digit when you meet them. So 22, 33, 44, 55, something like that. Nothing else is strongly sticking out. Okay. So let's go ahead then and take a look at your love story. Pile one. I feel a very deep calm too when I was looking at those cards. So this is potentially a very, very calm person. I feel like too, like your ability to breathe is probably going to be very important because I feel like when you are getting to know yourself again, the energy I was getting was a more excitable, playful energy. Their energy is very calm, so maybe learning to breathe and be in control of your emotions, maybe strong emotions intimidate them at first, kind of thing. Okay, Spirit, what card represents the person during their love story? Card that represents pile one. Oh, goody. So these cards too, like once again, reversals don't quite mean the same thing with these cards. Also, just kind of glancing at the Ace of Cups right here in reverse, this person actually might be someone that you are friends with at first. This might be a friends to lovers thing. Or they're just not someone that you initially go for. Like you get to know them slowly over time. But let's see what the love story actually says. Okay, so yeah, what I was saying here is with the fairy tale deck, reversals, again, do not necessarily mean the same thing. The card's direction more is a note on where the energy is going because there's a lot of that in how these cards are articulated. Let's get pile one's love story, please, Spirit. Okay, that didn't flip out, but these did. Pile one's love story. Actually, no, I'll put those back to. Sorry. I'll put those back together. Okay, pile one's love story, please. Pile one's. Okay. I'm trying to get like a beginning, middle, end, and they're just like throwing two cards at me at once. Okay. Pile one's love story. Pile one. Oh my gods. Okay. You're not going to make this an easy story, are you, Spirit? This is a tale of true love. Okay. So, quite a story you're going to have, pile one. Okay. So, your energy, or like the energy you're going to be embodying from your perspective of this connection, we have the lilies with bouquet. Okay. So, lilies is contentfulness, waiting. They actually have a water lily or a lotus right here on the card. And then bouquet is someone who is capable of creating their own happiness. And that's where you are. Like, you're not, I feel like you're not seeking out partners in particular. You're letting them come to you. You're focusing on your bag, your goals, your own happiness. So for your love story, we have birds with tower. So the tower in this deck actually talks about laws, regulations, corporations. Birds is a lot of gossip or misunderstandings. You potentially meet this person at work. I'm getting that and that kind of resonates with the idea of you don't initially date this person. So you meet this person at work. You possibly hear a lot of rumors about the person. And considering the story that goes with the birds card, the rumors that you hear might not be great opinions about the person, right? So that's where you meet the person. As you are getting to know the person, maybe even dating them, but we're just going to say getting to know for now. As you're getting to know the person, we have the stork energy combined with the scythe energy. So the stork is change and karma to a certain degree. Scythe is danger, not looking before you leap. So you might get to know this person because you're both going through a difficult lesson at the same time. You might also be getting to know this person when I don't know, there's just something about like accidents or danger. There's also something about karma. Um, and the fact that you have some kind of bird here and some birds here. I feel like whatever karma or change is going on, it's in direct relation to the environment that you both work in. Maybe you at first go along with the gossiping about this person. You have to end up getting karma about that. Maybe this person does that to you. Maybe one or the other causes an accident that the other is involved in. Not a serious one from what I'm seeing, but like you get to it's one of those serendipitous things. Like you're in each other's environment and then you get to know each other through something that where neither of you were necessarily trying to hurt another person, but it caused some drama or it caused some danger and one person got a little bit hurt and then the other one got some karma for it, kind of thing. Not saying that this is a karmic person. I'm just saying that probably as you're getting to know this person, there's some lessons learned on either side, right? When, excuse me, when you and this person finally come together. So we have mice, book, and ship. This is travel and foreign affairs. This is actually worry or anxiety. And this is secrets. Okay. You do have a difficult beginning with this person. However, I feel like when you two finally come together, it's because one or both of you leave that environment. One or both of you leave that environment. Maybe one or both of you start therapy around that time. I was kind of getting that with secrets and anxiety. Maybe the person tells you a secret, something they were afraid to tell you. This person possibly notices you before you notice them, and they have anxiety around telling you how they feel. Um, this is definitely a follow your own happiness and let the person come to you kind of energy. So, yeah, that's kind of what you need to do. Okay, you're going to be in a place where you are feeling better about yourself. You are looking for a person who is, and I mean, with the Seven of Water here, go ahead and date. Go ahead and date, whoever you want to date, but know that the person who you may marry very well may be a more reserved person, might be someone who's more intellectual and stoic. It might have a more feminine energy, right? But yeah, it looks like you're really like it's really being echoed to focus on yourself. Focus on your happiness. Let the other person come to you. And maybe that's part of your healing is learning to let other people come to you. Learning to let other people woo you, court you, value you, and you learning stillness and to just breathe. Okay. That's all I have for you, pile one. Thank you for coming to your reading. And go ahead and like and subscribe if this was helpful to you. And I will see you another day. Be good, be safe, and love and light to you. Bye. Hi, pile two. If you chose card number 5, clarity, I welcome clear vision, inspired action, and this pile is for you. I'm going to go ahead and read from the book really quickly about what that card says. A seed of passion and desire lives within each of us. This seed is our spark, a voice that reminds us of who we are at our core. It keeps us on track, inspires our mission, and craves clarity. The eagle is strong medicine. She can soar to great heights and intuit the winds of change while maintaining a clear perspective and grounded connection to the earth. When your vision is clear and you know what you want, taking inspired steps forward feels more effortless. If things are not yet clear, the sincere act of asking and listening will lead you there. Imagine you're an eagle soaring over the majestic landscapes that make up your life. Embrace all that you've already created and acknowledge your journey. This bigger picture bird's eye view can help steer you as you welcome clear vision and inspired action. So the ritual related to this is actually developing a morning routine. And a morning routine that is free from outside things, not going on social media right away, not watching the news right away, not interacting with other people right away, anything like that, like really focusing on you. It also talks about having a large glass of water that you are drinking throughout this morning routine that you are doing, and charging the water when you first pour it with the intention of bringing you clarity, right? When I was reading, I did kind of get this feeling like someone who is not in the early stages of their life anymore. So someone who's potentially a parent. I also got an air sign, actually. So you might very well be an air sign. You might really well like eagles. If you're American, you might be very patriotic. I know that's our national bird. You might have recently graduated and you're not sure what to do with yourself right now, but that is the act of self-love that Spirit is asking you to do right now that will help bring you more in alignment with the person you are meant to marry, which is to clear out time in the morning for yourself to get your mind and your spirit and your energy right and just focus on you for roughly 30 minutes to an hour. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to shuffle 3 different decks. We're going to first look at where you're going to be in your life. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Spirit, where will pile 2 be in their life when they meet the person they're meant to marry? Where will pile 2 be in their life when they meet the person they're meant to marry? Also, the number 5 may resonate with you, and I'm noticing the dark moon or the void moon on there. The dark moon is the period of time between the waning crescent and the new moon, that 3 to 4 day period. So maybe you're going towards a reset in your life. Spirit, where will pile 2 be in their life when they meet the person they are meant to marry? Where will pile 2 be in their life when they meet the person they are meant to marry? Okay. Where will pile 2 be in their life when they meet the person they are meant to marry? Okay. I literally heard the party's over when I saw this card. That's okay. We'll get into that. Where will party 2? Party 2. Maybe you used to be a major party animal and you're not anymore. Where will pile 1 be? Maybe you need to look at pile 1 as well, if you felt called to do so. Where will pile 2 be in their life when they meet the person they are meant to marry? Where will pile 2 be in their life when they meet the person they are meant to marry? Okay. Okay. So right off the bat, I'm going to say this, and we are a judgment-free zone in this collective. On this page, we do not judge the decisions you make and the ways that you go with your life as long as you are not intending to hurt anybody. Okay. That being said, the Unity card strongly suggests that you are currently married or in a union already. You're either currently married or in a very strong connection. So maybe you are already dating the person you are meant to marry or already married to that person. And maybe you are not. And that is okay. This is where that whole take what resonates, leave what doesn't needs to be taken super seriously. I'm not telling anyone to break up or get divorced. I'm just saying that if you're already kind of wondering if the person that you are with is the person you're supposed to be with, then you need to make that decision for yourself. This is simply confirmation of anything you were already thinking, wondering, or intuiting. Okay? All right. Other than that, so yeah, I kind of heard the party's over when I saw the Three of Water card in reverse. Maybe you had an unexpected pregnancy in your recent past or your far past, and that's part of why you're in a connection right now. Or maybe also unity is tradition. Maybe you're a deeply religious person, and that's where you are right now, is really exploring that aspect of your life. So yeah, maybe you had a recent unexpected pregnancy. We also have the Page of Earth here, and I did earlier mention maybe you recently graduated. We also have the Ace of Water in reverse that came out with the Page of Earth. So you maybe just started college. You might be in college not knowing what you want to do with yourself. You maybe just got rejected from college, actually, is another thing that I got. Or maybe you're in school right now and you don't really want to be, but you're doing what's expected of you. And that could also be what this card is talking about, which is maybe you come from a very traditional household, or you come from a household with strong traditions or strong values, and you don't totally align with those. I'm also getting here, let's see. So, a lot of different possibilities for where you currently are in your life and the things that have to do with that. A lot of different possibilities. However, the cards over here are a bit more clear, okay? When you are getting closer to the person you are meant to marry, you're going to be in this Four of Cups energy where things are not going the way you had imagined, and you're good with that. You're fine with that. The Four of Water upright is missing opportunities. When it's in the reverse, it's seen the door close, but another one did in fact open. Or it's seen a door close and you decide that you could just open a window instead. It's making the best of your plans not going the way that you originally wanted them to go, which is kind of reflected over here. Okay, and maybe that's all the Page of Earth is it's you learning how to go with the flow. Because over here, we have some emotional disappointment having to do with a relationship, a home, but with the page, maybe your studies. With the Unity card or the Hierophant card, I am just kind of getting this feeling that like you're trying to align with a tradition that you were raised with or a value that you were raised with, and it's not quite clicking. Like that's really what I'm getting the feel of over here. And maybe that's why you're needing to take time out to yourself more often, just to figure out what it is that you think, what it is that you believe, what it is that you value. Okay? I'm not seeing any major rebirths, but I am seeing you deciding that you're learning to take disappointments, plans not going the way that you wanted, and that's fine. It's good. And over here with the Knight of Air, when you meet your person, you're going to be in a place where you can just literally turn water into wine. Like you're literally going, I don't know why I use that in particular. I never use that phrase, ever. So maybe you're going to be in a place where you just like, you have a disappointment, you can just effortlessly go turn it into an opportunity. I'm remembering a interview with Tony Robbins. If you've never watched or listened to his work, you definitely should. He is all about being resourceful. He is all about mindset. That's the biggest thing he preaches. And even if you're not an entrepreneur, he is still really inspiring to listen to. Okay. But I'm remembering in an interview with him where it was earlier in his career of going around and doing talks and stuff. He was in Canada. He was going to do a talk in Canada, and he already had sold like 10,000 seats or something like that, like a really large number, right? And law enforcement in Canada come to him and say, well, you don't have a Canadian work permit. If you walk on that stage, we're going to arrest you. You know, like a really big blow to his plans, right? Like a really big problem. Okay. And he just turned to his staff and he said, can you get me 3 really big buses? And as people were arriving for his talk, he basically said, well, this is going to be a traveling, this is going to be a traveling show. This is what we're doing. And he got them on these buses. He got all but 4 people to agree. Only 4 people did not go ahead with the plan. And they did a traveling seminar, traveling all the way to the border of Canada and the US, I think over in Vancouver. Or no, Vancouver wouldn't be, or there is Vancouver, Canada, huh? Washington might be important to you for some reason, actually, because that's really what I'm literally sitting here like, no, Vancouver is closer to the Oregon border of Washington. Okay, never mind. That doesn't matter. What matters is the expediency and the resourcefulness that he had to take a big problem and turn it into an opportunity and do something creative. That's where you're going to be in your life. Like, setbacks? What setback? Who's setback? I don't know her. Like, that's where you're going to be in your life. And really, like, that's what clarity brings you. It brings you creativity. It puts you more in connection with all the resources that you have in anything that you can think of, right? So that's where you're going to be in your life. Let's go ahead and look at our spirit deck. And we're going to get some traits for your person. I'm sorry, I just keep knocking this. I feel a lot more giggly than I did for the first pile. So maybe you go from being someone who's super serious to being someone who's just really like roll with the punches, like, okay, whatever. Nothing bothers you anymore. Okay, Spirit, can we get some traits for pile two's person? We are looking for personality traits, physical traits, zodiac signs, maybe any numbers that stick out, really anything that sticks out. This was probably the part that I think is the most fun of these reads. It's just, who is this delicious person? All right, pile two. So, some traits of pile two's person, please. Traits of pile two's person, please. Oh my gods, that's a lot. We're not gonna do that. Spirit's got jokes. Okay. Traits of pile two's person. Traits of pile two's person. Okay. Traits of pile two's person. Traits of pile two's person. It could be an ex. I just heard that. I'm not telling you to go after your ex. I'm not telling you to go back to your ex. If you don't have a single good ex in your history, don't do it. But for a couple of you, it could be an ex. Okay. Some traits of, woo, Lord, okay. Alrighty. Some traits of pile two's person. Traits of pile two's, okay. Maybe they need their morning coffee. Maybe your person's the kind of person that really needs their morning coffee. I don't know. I just thought of that when I saw that card. Some traits of pile two's person. Or maybe you go on a coffee date as a first date. Some traits of pile two's person. Okay. Okay, so I think it's really interesting that these two cards, which are the same card, landed on each other, since I'm attempting for like 5 different polls for this to get traits on your person. So for a couple of you, it's an X. I'm feeling like your person's either not a morning person, or you go for a coffee date on your first date, or one of your more significant dates. We have 2 8s down here, so 8 might be a significant number. For signs, we have Pisces, we have Sag, we have, what are you? I see Virgo picking out through here. We have more Pisces, and we have Taurus. So they could be a Pisces, or they could have strong Pisces energy. There's a bit of pink here. So maybe your person likes the color pink, or they like you in pink, or you're wearing pink when you meet them or when you date them. I'm seeing that both the zombie and this person are both wearing a dress, so maybe they tend to wear dresses, or maybe they like you in dresses. I feel like I'm seeing more night than I am daytime, so maybe they're a night person, which is why they're not, that would go right with being a morning person. They would also be the kind of person we're giving you that morning clarity, no problem, I'll be in bed. I feel like with you having this 4 of water in reverse, and then them having the 4 of water upright, they might be the glass half empty to your glass half full, and that could be something about you that they're super attracted to, which is your ability to turn disappointment into opportunity. They might be super attracted to that in you. And actually, that would go along with them having Pisces energy. While Pisces are a very spiritual and creative sign, and a very loving romantic sign, I am a Pisces. We do tend to be a sadder sign. And it's because we feel things pretty deeply. We're very empathetic, and we do tend to be a sign that's a little bit more sad. So them being a little bit more glass half full is a possibility. With the 8 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse here, I feel like this is someone who possibly dips their hands in a lot of different things, but they work really hard at those things. That's something I'm getting here, that they're actually a very hard worker. They possibly get obsessed with the things that they work at, which might be why when setbacks occur, they tend to feel a little more personal about it. I keep feeling like, and we'll see more about this when we go through the fairy tale cards, but I feel like when you meet this person, they're not necessarily looking for love at that moment in time. Like they're not close to it necessarily. It's just not something they're actively looking for, which is so odd for a Pisces. I feel like we're looking at for it in everything. Or maybe you're not looking for love when you meet them. We'll get to those oracle decks though here in a second. Yeah, I feel like well, Pisces is a mutable sign, and they do carry that energy. They have some fixed aspects to their energy. They have the ability to have obsessions. But that also means that they'll be obsessed with you. That's a good thing. They'll be very devoted and loyal and loving to you. What else? I'm feeling also like a slight gothicness, so maybe they're interested in darker things. Maybe they have a darker, more gothic way of dressing. Maybe they like to watch murder mystery makeup Mondays with Bailey Sarian. Maybe that's something y'all can do together. I don't know. Let's go ahead and take a look at your love story. I feel like maybe you guys like to watch YouTube together. Because I feel like I just dropped a lot of just YouTube in this reading. Maybe that's something you guys like to just chill on the couch after work and watch YouTube together. I mean, that is where you're watching this reading after all. Just saying. All right, so Spirit, what card represents pile 2 during their love story? Alrighty. And also a note really quickly. Reversals with the fairy tale cards, they don't mean the opposite of that energy. They tend to mean the cards are decorated for you to be able to see what direction energy is moving in. So that's the only meaning behind reversals, is direction, basically. Spirit love story for pile 2 and their person. Okay. Spirit love story for pile 2 and their person. Spirit the love story for pile 2 and their person. Okay. All right. So your perspective, the kind of energy that you're going to be in, or the way that you're viewing it as this love story unfolds, is the sun combined with the rider. So the rider is opportunity, victory, and the sun is optimism and happiness, right? So yeah, that kind of resonates with what I was saying earlier, taking a disappointment and turning it into something good, right? So that's where you are going to be in, like, just this happy, optimistic energy. So when you meet this person, I feel like you're maybe going through some karmic shifts. I'm really noticing the sun peeking out in the background of this card and how it's peeking out in the background of this card. So you're possibly receiving good karma. Saturn did just move into the sign of Pisces. So potentially you're receiving good karma when you meet this person. Things are going the way that you want them to go. You're seeing your hard work paying off, things like that. When you are getting to know or dating this person, we have the gentleman in his peasant form. Now, the gentleman in his peasant form, especially with the story of this card, so this is the story of like a village farmer who ends up having to outsmart a tiger that is terrorizing his village, and he becomes not quite a prince, but still a hero in his village, right? And again, like being resourceful, being intelligent, all that is resonating. That's a big theme here. Resourcefulness, clarity, intelligence. That's a big thing. Okay. So maybe, you're receiving good karma when you meet this person. Maybe this person is part of your good karma. Like maybe you really view them as a shining light in your life, even though they're from the looks of it, a piece of moonlight, but whatever, like, and you're solving a problem. Maybe you solve a large problem together. Maybe you're helping them solve some of their problems and you're happily doing it. You're joyfully doing it. And then we have the scythe here. So the scythe, interestingly, it does have to do with an accident. The story behind this card is a man tells his wife he can do anything she can do. And it's the classic story of the woman goes to work for a day and the man stays home with the kids for a day to see how well he can do, thinking it's not a big job and it's a much bigger job than it turns out to be. So maybe when you start dating this person or as the relationship is continuing, there's this sense of like, I'm not getting a strong sense of danger, to be honest with you. Like, I'm actually noticing how the sun is glinting off this scythe. So maybe you two have a sense of friendly competition. Or maybe you have non traditional gender roles. Like, maybe the if you're in a heterosexual relationship, you know, maybe the woman works and the man stays home, kind of thing. That is your dynamic. Yeah, I'm not getting anything like the card does have to do with accents, but that's not really what I'm getting. I'm getting a sense of competition between the two of you. I'm a friendly one though, a friendly one. Because when he sees like how hard it is to actually just run the farm and not work, he does end up telling her he's sorry, kind of thing. Or maybe you begin dating because you're helping the person with a thing that they think is impossible, and when you show them it is possible, they're sorry about it and they want to get to know you better. Maybe then they decide, oh, I'm going to take you for coffee. Da 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 da. Yeah, I do definitely feel like a teamwork dynamic with this person. Um, and it could be the possibility of this is the kind of person that has really big dreams and they're not sure how to obtain them. And you're very good at helping them to see how to obtain them, like a very supportive energy, right? This definitely feels like a nice, healthy dynamic. There's a light playfulness to it that I do feel. But yeah, I like this. This is really nice. The pile one had a more difficult dynamic, or not difficult, but their story was a little bit more difficult, even though it ended up being good in the end. Yours doesn't feel that way. Yours feels like, well, small little setback, we'll get there. You even might feel like you might notice this person. You might feel a slight determinedness too, like to get them to give you a chance. Like that's a possible thing here that I'm getting to is that you see this person, you want this person, and they might push you away a little bit, but you don't really give up on them. And that perseverance is what brings you two together. Well, that's all I have for you, Pile 2. I hope this was helpful to you. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I've been burping throughout this. There's another reader that when she burps, it's confirmation. And I'm not trying to piggyback off of her whatsoever, but now I'm wondering. It's so weird because when you become part of the spiritual community, you will notice things that are similar between things other people experience and things that you experience. But anyway, that's all I have for you, Pile 2. Thank you for coming to your reading. Like, share, and subscribe as needed or as you feel necessary. It will really help bring more of an audience to my channel and it will help me out. I do offer, I didn't mention this to pile one and now I feel bad about it, but I do offer personal readings. I don't reach out. So if you want a more personal reading on the person you're going to marry, go ahead and just message me. But other than that, thank you, and I'll see you again soon. Be good, be safe, and love and light to you. Bye. Hi, pile three. If you picked card number 32, which I think it's called Shed, but we're gonna look at it here in a second. But if you pick this card, it might be for you. Let's see here. What are you called? I feel so embarrassed. It's called Rebirth. The card is called Rebirth, and in my defense, most of the cards have the word that the card is called somewhere in the affirmation. This one doesn't. So I tend to forget what it's called. Okay, but that card is called Rebirth. Okay, now I'm going to read from the book really quickly. When we've outgrown our old skins, we can shed the layers that no longer serve us. Certain habits reach an expiration date, giving us an opportunity to be renewed. Sometimes we're swept up by the motivation to change, and other times we resist letting go. Snake is here to encourage you to shed, release, and renew. She represents transformation, primal energy, and life force, which all need to cylindrically shed for true regeneration. This is your time of rebirth. Let go of habits, stories, behaviors, or relationships that hinder your truth, so you can experience an increased life force. If you hold on to them too tightly, they'll pollute the present. Your past has made you stronger and served its purpose, yet now it can serve you on a new, more aligned pathway. Trust that it is safe to shed and have a fresh start. So one of the things I was thinking of while I was reading was how Aries season starts in March, and Aries is the beginning of the zodiac. It's considered a time of rebirth. I do happen to be recording this in March, but whenever you're watching it, it could, the month of March could be important to you. You could be an Aries, or you could just simply be in a time where you are rebirthing a new version of you. Also, snakes could be important to you, as well as succulents. Hold on, I think I hear one of the cats outside. Give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. One of my roommate's cats, he swears up and down that he is an outside cat and he will not let us keep him inside. So the cat will not allow us to just keep him inside. So yeah, he's an inside outside cat. So he's inside right here at the moment. I think you just saw him walk by. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get shuffling. So we're first gonna see where you will be in your life when this person shows up. Okay. Oh my God, I didn't even get to, I'm sorry, we're gonna backtrack for a second. I didn't even get to the ritual associated with that card, which is spirit writing. Okay, so it's taking time, you sitting down with a notebook, and you put the pen, on that page, and you just write whatever junk comes out, not junk, but like, it could be some of your inner junk that you need to get out. It could be channeling, it could be messages, whatever, but you just sit down, pen to page, and you just start writing. And for about 15 minutes. You just keep writing for 15 minutes. And you don't think about what you're writing. You don't try to control what you're writing. You are just writing whatever's coming out. You vomit all over that page. Okay? And then you go back and you review it for any kind of messages that Spirit's trying to give you. Okay? Probably related to your rebirth. Okay. And I don't know, maybe you'll get messages about this person. Maybe you already kind of know who this person might be, and you just need some more clarity on it. Okay. So, that being said, now let's go ahead and see where you are going to be in life when this person comes into your life. All right. Spirit, where is pile 3 going to be in their life when their person comes in? Spirit, where is pile 3 going to be in their life when their person comes in? Maybe you're someone who has a lot of errant thoughts and you just need to get them all on the page so you can figure out what is anxiety, what is intuition, and what is messages, and what is just like your own mental like to-do list and what have you. That just came in. Spirit, where is pile 3 going to be in their life when their person comes around? Spirit, where is pile 3 going to be in their life? Thank you. I feel like all these piles are starting with a breakup in their far past that has something to do with their present. Okay. And you are no different. Okay. Oh. Yep, High Priestess in reverse. For your present, you need to learn to listen to that intuition. You need to learn to listen to it. Okay. Lots of water and air energy. You might very well be a water or air sign or have that strongly in your chart. Yeah, lots of water and air. Jeez. Okay. Okay, so yeah, you might be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, because that's all I have out here is water and air. We also have number 2 with the High Priestess in the reverse. 2s might be significant for you. You might be an age that starts or ends with a 2. Like anywhere in your 20s, 32, 42, 52, 62, so on and so forth. Let's see here. We have a Queen, a Knight. Queen and a Knight, Jesus. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be in a place where you feel kind of confused, to be honest with you. And you don't fully trust your intuition. You confuse a lot of your own intuition with your anxiety and with even voices around you. Maybe you let voices around you interrupt or guide what it is you think you need to do rather than listening to your intuition. And I feel like the reason you have this distrust of your intuition is possibly a relationship that went poorly. Or maybe you've had several relationships that have gone poorly. You feel like you are nowhere in your life where you thought you were going to be, so you've kind of lost the ability to trust yourself. And the sad part about that is often it's our own intuition that is telling us what it is that we need to do. And it's when we're listening too much to our anxiety that we muck things up, or when we're acting from a place of fear that we muck things up. And it makes it hard to trust ourselves, right? So yeah, definitely doing that spirit writing or some other practice that helps you to get more in touch with that intuition. But that's really where you are right now, needing to get more in touch with your intuition, needing to listen to yourself more. You're possibly a very logical and intellectual person, and that is part of what makes it so hard. But if you also have a lot of water in your chart, that also means you're highly intuitive. And as someone who I also have a lot of both water and air in my own chart, and the best advice I can give you about that is to listen to your intuition is your instructions, your clues, your map. That is your intuition. Your logic helps you figure out how to get to those places. Your intuition's the map. Your logic is the path. Map, path. That's the best way I can tell you to go about having that, because it's really hard being both intuitive and very logical because you're constantly being pulled in both directions. So you will be getting closer to your person coming in. I see a Queen of Air energy being modified by the Eight of Air. Okay. I feel like you kind of feel defensive, especially with that Queen of Air energy, like feeling very defensive, maybe falling into hyper independence, feeling like you're the only person that can do for you, feeling like you're the only person that can take care of you. Um, and so it is necessary when you've been hurt a lot to go through a period of hyper independence. It helps us to rebuild trust in ourselves. Okay? I'm going to say that. A period of hyper independence after you've been hurt a lot helps you to build trust in yourself, that you can take care of you. Okay? However, to a degree, it is also a trauma response. Hyper independence is a trauma response because then if you get to a point where you're not letting people in, if you get to a point where you're not letting anyone help you, you get to a point where you feel like everyone's going to disappoint you, that's when it becomes unhealthy. And then that is the thing that needs to be fixed. So first, learn to listen to your intuition again, rebuild that trust within yourself, but try to do it so that you do not push people away. Okay? And I do see you getting to a point, because we have the Knight of Air in reverse here. I do see you heading to that hyper independence energy and then realize, oh shit, I need to calm down. Realizing, oh shit, maybe I need to be less defensive. Allow myself to be guided a little bit more, right? I do see you going through a little bit more of a personal journey, which is rebirth. You're in the middle of a personal journey right now, or you're starting one right now, and you're going to be going through a bit of one when you meet your person. That's where you're going to be. Okay. I also, when you meet your person, I see you having a need to soften your energy. A strong need to soften your own energy. Not take everything so seriously. That's something I just heard. Don't take everything so seriously. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into our spirit deck. Get some traits for your person so you can have a better idea of who it is you need to be softening up that energy for. But again, as we just preached intuition, you should intuitively know. Like if you've been doing your work, you should intuitively know the people who are at the very least safe to let in, right? Okay. Spirit, can we get some traits for pile 3's person? Physical, personal, or zodiac? Okay. Spirit, traits for pile 3's person, please. Traits for pile 3's person. Okay. This came out together, so I'm going to take that as a meh. Traits for pile 3's person, please. Okay. Okay. Your person might be a redhead. Just between this chimera here and this redheaded witch right here, your person might be a redhead. Your person may favor the color green or like you in the color green. This lady here, this Arachne right here, and witch are all wearing dresses. So this person might have a very feminine energy. I'm seeing both of these women with long hair. This king has long hair. And this chimera has that shaggy lion's mane, so they might have long hair. Oh, the elf also has a ponytail, so they might have long hair. For zodiac signs, we have Libra, Capricorn, more Capricorn, and Aquarius. We have Leo, Pisces, and Taurus. So they could be a Capricorn or have that strongly in their chart. They could simply just have strong earth energy in their chart. We see a little bit of air and a tiny bit of water, but probably strongly earth in their chart. This specifically says Viking, so your person could have Scandinavian heritage. I feel like with the Six of Pentacles here with the Three of Cups, I feel like your person likes to have a good time and they like the giving and receiving of pleasure in particular. Like this is a person who enjoys being spoiled and enjoys you being affectionate with them, and they enjoy giving it back to you. The giving and taking of pleasure is very important to them. They could like to sleep with the Four of Swords here. They could really enjoy their sleep or their rest and relaxation time. Maybe they'll help you learn to relax. Can you imagine a Capricorn helping you learn to relax? A Capricorn. My gods. What is the world coming to? I'm just playing Capricorns. The King of Swords, the Five of Wands here, this could be someone who is very good at keeping their temper under control. They might be good at fighting with their words. Yeah, because you see how he almost like he has his sword is all bloody. And you have the chimera like kind of positioned underneath. Yeah, they could have very good control over their temper. They could be someone who tends to do too much with the Two of Pentacles here. Like they might overfill their plate a little bit. But it's in reverse. So like they overfill that plate, and it's a plate that like you feel like most people couldn't handle, but they can. How she's cooking here too. This person might enjoy cooking, or they might just enjoy good food. I'm seeing how these cards are outside. Your person might enjoy nature, which goes along with most earth signs really enjoy nature. So I'm gonna go out on a limb here. So between being someone who might enjoy nature, loving their rest, enjoying the giving and taking of sensual pleasure, your person could very well have Taurus energy in their chart, or they could be a Taurus rising. Yeah, that's all I'm really getting about your person. This is someone you're going to feel good with. Like I'm getting a lot of this. You're going to learn to feel good with this person. And maybe being around them feels very good and natural, right? So let's go ahead and get into your love story with your person. All right. So the card that will represent pile 3 during their love story. The card that represents pile 3 during their love story. Okay. So we have the coffin, which actually has to do with rebirth, with the snake. Something I'm going to say that the reversals with this fairy tale deck, they do not mean the same as reversals in the normal Rider-Waite tarot. A lot of the imagery on these cards show the direction that energy is flowing. So that's all reversals are meant to be taken as, is to help you see the direction. So we have the coffin with the snake for your energy. We'll get into that in a second. Okay. Pretty cut and dry. All right. So coffin is rebirth energy. And then the snake. So the snake itself represents someone who is manipulative. I am not saying that you are. And actually, we have a snake and we have a snake. I'm going to take this more as someone who is guarded and has a difficult time trusting. So, yeah, you're going through a rebirth. You are learning how to trust. You are learning to be less defensive. That is where you're going to be when you're in relation with this person. I'm even going to go far enough to say that you are consciously being aware of your tendency to mistrust and be defensive, and you are consciously working on it with this person. It might even be something where you maybe catch yourself acting a little triggered or acting a little like, I don't know. But because you're conscious of it, you're capable of working on it. And relationships, not just to other people, but to ourselves, like it's a journey. Okay. We're going to have better days than we're going to have some days that are better than others. We're going to mess up. It's normal. You go back, admit what you did wrong, apologize, see what you can do to make it better. Okay. I feel like too with this person, it's going to be very easy. It's going to be easy to admit that you feel vulnerable. Admit that you are afraid. And then simply say, okay, that's fine. One of the things I actually just noticed with the cards representing your person, I just noticed we have a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not in that particular order, but we have them. So maybe your person's the kind of person that they've had to learn to master their own shadow. We did say that they have good control over their temper, but they're very good at fighting with their words. So maybe the reason they have control over their temper is because they used to have a bad one and they've had to master it. And maybe that's why they have the space to allow you to still be on a healing journey while you're in a relationship with them because they get it. They understand, you know? And that's really great to have with a person. I'm noticing that the dog card is kind of above where this light is shining. The dog is someone who's very loyal. So maybe this person tends to prove their loyalty to you time and time again. And that's what helps to wake you up to the connection more. Message is the beginning though. So I feel like this person maybe comes to you very swiftly at first. They come to you and say, I want you. And you're like, hold on. And you make them prove it. And they decide to do so. Maybe they slide into your DMs. Maybe they approach you casually. Maybe they leave you a little note in your locker. For some of you, I got an image of someone like reading a book at a coffee shop and someone just comes up to them or leaves a note like next to them. I just got an image of something that's very specific. That could only just be for a couple of you. But yeah, I feel like this person comes right up to you at first and you kind of make them work for it. And you make them prove that they are loyal. And it's once they prove their loyalty to you that you say, okay, we can be a thing then, I guess. I'm also noticing we have 8 and 7 here, and we have 27 and 18 here. What numbers did we have back here? 2, 9, a 2, and 8. 8s might be significant to you, maybe. And then house, domesticality. Once this person proves themselves to you, domesticality is literally what it sounds like: moving in together, getting married, things like that. As soon as you feel that you can trust this person, they've taken the time, put in the energy to prove themselves to you over and over again, you just very easily and naturally move into a connection together. And I think that's so beautiful. I really do. Like that's the classic love story of I'm going to prove myself to you. I think this is nice. This has a nice it does. It feels good. It feels good like a Disney movie kind of thing. This is beautiful. All right. That is really all I have for you though, pile 3. I was very happy to read this for you. If you found this helpful or if you liked it, go ahead and like, subscribe, share it if you want to. And I'll see you again soon. Be good, be safe, and love and light to you. Bye.